This is Keli Nicole Price, and you are watching We Sound Crazy. I was asked to demo the song, to record the song, and I did, and they were like, this would be a great single for you to come out as an artist. But they needed, Nicole was actually signed. This is all my account, by the way, and I want to say this, like, disclaimer. Everyone has a side of the story, right? This is the side that I know. This is my side, my interpretation of what happened.
We sound crazy.
Welcome to another week of We Sound Crazy, your official backstage pass to all things music and culture. Your boy Phillionaire is feeling his VA vibes. Missy Elliot, what up? Two up, two down.
What's good, y'all? Claude Kelly is in the building.
What's up? Chuck Harmony is in the building.
What up? Bacon for Macon is here and accounted for.
And accounted for.
Yes.
How y'all doing? And you did say VA was in the building, did you not?
VA is
said VA
in
is here.
the building. Y'all know I love when I have my VA family on the show.
Yes, yes.
This person right here is someone I've known for over 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy story on how we met. I'm sure she's going to tell on me today.
Always.
She's an amazing songwriter, producer. She's written with some of the greats, Rodney Jerkins, Beyoncé. You ever heard of her?
Yeah, I have.
The great Tamia,
Yes.
Solange. I mean, so many people. We'll get into it today. And actually, there's a song that she sung. Her vocals are still on that we'll talk about that you may or may not realize. Some people don't know. So we'll dig into it today. But I'm honored to sit here on the couch. I'm also the godfather for her kids. So that's how cool that's how far back we go. As a kid, I used to also jump on her bed. But now I'm proud to say I still know her. And she's an associate professor at Berklee.
You see.
Oh, I just got to give you some Berklee.
Make sure you mention that.
Come on now.
Oh, Claude Kelly. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Keli Nicole Price is in the building.
Welcome.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you for being here.
I have been in love with this podcast since it started, and Phil can tell you I've been asking, like, can I be on your podcast? But I'm so happy to be here. We're here with our Berklee students for an industry trip.
Nice.
So it's like perfect timing, you know. I think all things are divine, so this works out perfectly. But thank you for having me.
I feel like we never had industry trips when I was at Berklee. Like, we never went to Atlanta. I mean, we did do some cool things, but I would have liked to come to Atlanta and meet the great Phillionaire, the great Chuck Harmony, the aficionado himself. But these kids are having a good experience.
They really are. They really are. And they just left here. They came here to see how things go down. And I really appreciate you guys for that.
No, it's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. They're having a blast.
Nothing like real life experience.
Yeah. And seeing and talking to the people that are actually doing it in real time.
Yes.
You know, it's really important for them to even know that what they're trying to do can kind of move into different facets of the entertainment industry, not just music, because we know that's changing minute by minute, day by day, week by week, and we don't know what that's going to look like next. You know, like a singer, what do you do when anybody can be an artist? You know.
Right. Well, let me ask that question to you.
Yeah.
As a teacher, and this is just as a mentor and teacher of music. How do you create a curriculum for the whole year when the music industry changes so suddenly? Like, how do you plan and give people a blueprint when next year TikTok may not be here? Or
oh my God, I didn't even think about that.
But
Thanks. We start classes next week, and
but I mean, and that's the current debate, right? But also, but it's ever changing, right? There's a new program every couple of months. There's a new disruptor every couple of months. So just how do you?
I will tell you, we teach the tools. You know, basic songwriting, lyric writing. But then I have the privilege, and the reason I was hired was for R&B songwriting.
Yes.
So
which is important.
I get to be around, like, B. Cox was just on Berklee's campus last semester, and he was supposed to come to my class. I was sick, don't worry about it. But it was really good that I'm able to actually change my curriculum, you know, semester by semester. So now we've added Money Longs and, all of the new artists that are coming out. But I'm teaching the Songs of Beyoncé class too. Thank you very much. I did it first, not Yale. All right.
All right.
But even with that, we get to change it. Like we get to kind of create this, and I think that's why the system of Berklee is kind of changing and growing with the industry. So we're doing our best, but for the most part, we're still teaching the foundation of songwriting, just to make sure that after all of this stuff, the hoopla is gone. They're still gonna know how to write a good song.
Yeah.
At the end of it, and I think that's where the artistry, I think that's where everything is. It's all about the song, in my opinion.
So the Beyonce class, it's about songwriting?
Well, I mean, we can say that, but also it's about game changing, which is exactly what's happening right now. She continues to raise the bar. And we had a Taylor Swift class. We have a Taylor Swift class there. And I was really bothered by that, to be honest.
Really?
Because I'm like, well, not bothered by Taylor necessarily, but what are we saying to these kids? Is Taylor the end all be all of the music industry when we have a Black woman who has changed the game with every album? Every single time she's come out, she's changed something. She has raised the bar in the entire music industry. And we give so much credit to other people. And I just think that it was necessary to create this class and to show other girls, like, who runs the world, like to really show them what that means. And I'm honored to be a part of that or to teach it because I actually wrote for her. All right, let's move on.
And you also
No. Don't just say she wrote for. She actually wrote for Beyonce. Explain. Go on.
Baby. No. We wrote Deja Vu, myself, Makiba, Riddick,
Woods.
Yes, thank you. Makiba Riddick Woods, and Delisha Thomas. We wrote Deja Vu for Beyonce. I wrote it in my pajamas. I don't think I brushed my teeth that morning. We were in a songwriting camp for 30 days. For 30 days in New Jersey, in Pleasantville, New Jersey, with Rodney Jerkins. And we were in like his studio, but there were cubicles. So I went in my cubicle and he gave us a beat, and I started to do the backgrounds first, so that the whole So that was all me, and they kept my vocals. Don't worry about it. But we wrote that during that 30-day camp.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an amazing song.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites by her, actually.
Thank you. It was Rolling Stone's favorite as well.
Now I just remember that the video, the whole thing.
It was, again, game changer.
Yeah, that was a game changer.
Yeah, she does that. So I'm excited to be a part of. Not, I want to say using her name, but to be able to make sure that people know historically, like put it in the books, that she's not only Beyonce the entertainer, but she changed the entire music industry, album by album.
Absolutely.
And I don't think it's said enough. We talk about all kinds of other things when it comes to Beyonce, but Game Changer should be at the top of that. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Outside of the song you wrote, what's your favorite Beyonce song?
I Was Here.
I was here.
She said, I lived, I loved, I was here. Like I've done everything that I wanted and all that I hoped I would be. I lived my life just so they can know I was here.
That's shout out Diane Warren. That's Beyonce.
Forever.
Diane Warren. The queen of songwriting right there.
Hello.
I want to ask I'm gonna ask you, of course, but everyone a question, because you're talking about Beyonce deserving a class to have it just be solidified. Makes me wonder. Give me 5 other artists that deserve a college course.
5?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's definitely more than 5. I can think of 5 easily.
Okay. Well, you should probably answer first.
Well, definitely Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mariah Carey.
Okay.
Songwriting for both of them, actually.
Yeah.
Missy Elliott.
Yeah. What didn't he just say? He could think of 5.
Nah, I'm trying to pick. I'm trying to decide who I want to say. Mary J. Blige.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, because I just thought of what that means. What that means, yeah.
Because Game Changer, hip hop and R&B coming
Yeah.
together, lifestyle. There's just a lot that she did that I think deserves studying.
I agree.
It's not just she got some dope records out there. There's a lot of intention to the fashion, to the lifestyle. Like I said, the culture of it all. That'd actually be a dope class.
I will say I talk about all of them in my R&B class.
She's like I've included all these people in my class.
Well, it's because, like you said, it's important. I don't know if they deserve a full class. I think Stevie and Mariah for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, yeah. But I don't know if everyone deserves a class because I don't know how much we can talk about in those classes.
That's true because of course that's a semester.
It's 15 weeks. I don't know how much
semester of information.
Yeah, I don't know how much I'm gonna say.
So the B2K class might not.
It's probably not gonna happen.
No.
Okay.
A B2K week. I'm sorry, weekend.
Damn.
What about a Kanye class? You think a Kanye
That
class
should probably be a class, but it's gonna end interesting. I was gonna say it won't end well. That'll be an interesting class. Yeah.
You have no suggestions, Phil? And that because interesting, who could fill a whole 15 weeks?
15 weeks.
I wouldn't mind going to an Aretha class.
15 weeks though.
Oh, because you have all genres in that class.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or Ray Charles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ray. No contributions, Phil?
Y'all said the ones I would think about. I'm trying to think of who else is outside of the obvious, like Michael Jackson, Prince.
Oh, Quincy too.
Quincy.
Well, Quincy, he kind of was such a big part of Berklee.
Yeah, it's built around his success, basically.
Yeah.
Would you go to a John Mayer class?
Absolutely, I would.
I feel like, okay, here's the thing, and this is just being really honest. I think that our lyric and songwriting classes are already about John Mayer, to be perfectly fair.
Yeah.
I think that John Mayer was taught by one of the professors that wrote the books for the songwriting department.
Really?
Yeah, Pat Patterson. So I believe that we already got a John Mayer class.
Yeah, the whole thing.
It's kind of like, he's one of the biggest successes of Berklee that came out of Berklee.
Definitely.
So, you play a song, it is gonna be compared to John Mayer.
Yeah.
So I think we already got it.
Was education, the educational part of music in the music industry, was that something you always wanted to kind of move into? Because I can feel your passion about it.
No, and that's what's so crazy. Like, Phil can tell you, I started as a singer. I was singing, and that's all I wanted to do. And then I had this weird breakup, and I wrote a sad song. Actually, it was a sad poem, but there were lyrics to it. It's actually Phil's favorite song that I've ever written.
Go to her.
Go to her. And it was such a honest, sincere song. And I played it for Missy. I was like, I write. And she was like, stop lying. And I was like, no, for real, I
just
do.
randomly in VA, you just, hey girl, I got a song.
hey girl.
Hey girl. No, so we could, okay, so how I met Missy, a friend of a friend told Missy about me. It's all church-based, right? Missy is the cousin, I think, of one of the pastors in Norfolk. Mount Carmel, that's all I remember. I don't remember the pastor's name, but their daughter's name is Missy as well. So they're really family. Missy came to my mother's house when it was raining one night, and Miss Pat's red car, was it a Corvette or it was like a sports car, but it was a red car. And I just sang in her car, and she said, when I get myself situated, I want you, to come with me. And I was like, oh, okay. I was just happy to sing. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know any business. I was 15, 16. And then my first semester, the end of my first semester at Elizabeth City State, Missy called me. I'm sorry, she paged me. This one we had two ways. She paged me, and she said, "You want to go out on the road with me?" And I never looked back.
Wow,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
like absolutely.
It's like, do I get to leave tonight? I hate school. I was not doing well. Yeah. I was not doing well at all. I was so, and I'm 17. I'm the youngest one on campus. I'm just kind of having fun. So I was just happy, like, okay, I get to make money for the thing that I'm here for. So yeah, I'm gone. Now my mother wasn't happy about it at first. My grandmother definitely wasn't happy because she was paying tuition. But once things started moving and they saw me on TV, and I was picked up in the town cars, and the whole neighborhood was like, "Oh, they got money." It's like, child, I'm broke. But I was just happy to be there, and I started traveling with them, and I played Missy a song one time in the studio. I was like, I write, and she was like, "Stop lying." And I played her the song, and she was like, "You wrote this?" And after that, she said, "We're gonna check that out," and she left me in the studio with some of her tracks and asked me, let's see what you can do. And then we had Make It Hot. And every song that I ghost wrote, I demoed as well. And for the most part, my vocals, the demo vocal is still there.
Can I play one of my favorites?
Yeah. I'm afraid.
The way you've been talking to me. Get on the bus.
Destiny's Child. Early Destiny's Child. Get on the bus.
Get on the bus.
Yeah, that's Kelly. That's your vocals on there. I still got the demo, I think, for that.
I was about to say, I think we had the DAT. And we listened to it at home or something. Yeah.
Come on, DAT.
Yeah, I still have it. Seriously, yeah.
That's throwback. That's
like, who's playing that now?
Wow. But I just love the story of, you took the chance, you played her a song, she left you in there, and then Make It Hot.
Make It Hot, Get on the Bus. It was Little Mo's 5 Minutes. That was Little Mo's first single. But it was basically the Why Do Fools Fall in Love soundtrack.
Yep. So that was the first time. Obviously, you worked with Beyonce on Deja Vu years later, but working with the young Destiny's Child, Beyonce, Kelly, Latavia, and Latoya, what do you remember about that session, that time? Did you see the drive? Did you think they would be as big as they ended up being doing that?
No. You could always see it in Beyonce. You could always see it in Kelly. The other two was like, okay, they're in the group. You just didn't see the same. There was just more of a tendency, like you could tell that the two of them wanted to grow. They were standing on business at all times. They were very interested in what was going on. Why was it happening? What do we need to do? Let me do it. Some of the other people were kind of like asking more questions, and not in a way of moving forward, but more in a way of like, oh, where do you want me? What should I? When the other two are like go-getters. But also, one thing about my career that has been very, very interesting is I don't stay in sessions for long. I don't want to be there after I'm done working.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I just don't want to be there.
We're not gonna linger.
No. So after I did the full song, I saw them come into the studio, and I was like, for maybe 10, 15 minutes, and then I'm like, y'all have fun, because it's on them now. Yeah. But I don't really enjoy doing that whole thing. I think it becomes a bit of a circus with people just kind of fawning over the artist and not really getting a lot of work done. And I ain't never had that kind of time.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Being able to work with Missy and just be as involved as you were, what's one thing that you took from just working with her and you were able to apply to your career going forward?
It's so much, but Missy was innovative. She just tried everything. And Missy's also a Cancer, and I'm a Cancer. So to me, it was like, I've seen Missy in very vulnerable situations, but I've seen her be incredibly strong through them. I've seen her have friends that hurt her. I've seen her have friends that she kept around for a lifetime. Like, I've just seeing it, just like being on tour and just seeing what happens with these, artists. One thing I took from her is just to keep going. Like, she's that girl, and she will try anything once. And I feel like she believes in herself, even if she's a little like, oh my God, really? I think we all should have that humble attitude about it. But I think Missy knows she's the shit.
Oh yeah.
I think she knows, and she's always known. And we've always known. So
we've always known.
It's just like, I think I took from her just to like keep doing it. Just keep doing it. Even when people don't want you to, even when people talk about, your weight and your hair and, where you're from and who else you're working with. And, I'm sure people tried to break up Tim and Missy a few times, but it's like, nah, that's where the magic is. So, I just took from keep going.
We sound crazy.
Got what you want.
So that's Make It Hot. Nicole Wray featuring Missy Elliott and Keli Nicole Price.
That part.
And I say that because you hear Keli on the backgrounds, obviously on the chorus.
Yeah.
But then I want to go back because you hear on the verses, like, am I correct?
That's
Again, I'm from Virginia, right? 2 Up, 2 Down, 757. So I remember when the song was out, and I love Nicole Wray for the record. P-Town's own. Shout out to Nicole Wray, Deborah Ray, her mama. That's a mama name.
We
right?
love Deborah.
Deborah Ray.
Yes.
We love the whole family. But I remember hearing the song, and I knew Keli at the time. I'm like, but those are Kelly's vocals. Mm-hmm. But it's saying Nicole Wray. Then I saw Keli was obviously in the music video. So I guess, do you want to tell how it came to be a duet, essentially?
Not the duet. So it started off as my song. From what I was told, I was asked to sing the song. I was asked to demo the song, to record the song. And I did. And they were like, this would be a great single for you to come out as an artist. But they needed, Nicole was actually signed. This is all my account, by the way. And I want to say this, like, disclaimer. Everyone has a side of the story, right? This is the side that I know. This is my side, my interpretation of what happened. Because I was there. But they asked me to sing the song. I sung it. We recorded it in New York. Then Nicole needed a single because she was signed to Goldmine. That was Missy's artist. So it's like, okay, we need to get her and Mocha on a song together.
So Goldmine was Missy Elliott's label that she had as a
Yes.
venture with Elektra at the time.
Yeah.
Correct.
Got it.
So she recorded the song, and they were like, it don't quite sound like Keli. So they had me come back in and record the song all over again to match her vocals. I didn't know that they were going to keep me in for the verses and the lower notes, all the ad-libs. Also, she sung the song exactly like I did. Like, I could finish her runs because I know them, because I created them. But there was no credit given. When the song came out, the first run, I think, did not have my name on it. And I complained about it, of course. And then I was told that it would be on the second, run of the printouts, I guess, of the CDs. And I don't know if that ever happened or not. I don't know.
That's insane.
Wow.
I mean, you said there's several sides of the story, but what side is there besides the fact of the song?
Well, I mean, it's there. It's like, yeah. That side probably should have been the first. That was taken care of. That should have been taken care of. But also, I'm one of those people that take full responsibility for my part in anything, right? So I didn't know the business. I was just happy to be there. Strike number one.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a big part of what I talk to my students about now is y'all need to know something. Don't go in any situation blind, or you will end up with your name, with your voice on a song, and your name is nowhere to be found, and people are giving them credit. Now, the other part of it is not my responsibility, but if only people were to speak up for what's true, right? That would change a lot of lives. Because now I have to, I'm on an explanation tour. I'm like constantly explaining, but the people who were actually there and who actually know the truth never kind of speak up about it and never give credit where credit is due. So it's disappointing, but also I'm gonna always tell my story because it's mine to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. Tell.
It is disappointing, though.
It's incredibly disappointing.
Yeah,
especially after such a long time. It's like it should mean nothing to just say, "Oh yeah, that's Keli."
Yeah.
It should mean nothing. But thankfully, people in the music industry know me, and they hold me in a pretty high esteem.
I just want to know how. And again, I know that situation intimately just from being from Virginia and knowing all parties involved. But it's just like yet another example in our industry where you have people that aren't properly credited, or compensated. When I think of I
was compensated. You want to talk about that? I went to the union.
Really?
When I say so, I'm not going to say the name, but yes, I will. Earl Baskerville. He was somebody's manager. I think he was Mocha's manager, and he told me, "You need to talk to somebody because you should be getting paid for this." And I was like, "I can't. I'm just a church girl. Yeah. We didn't get paid in church, and we sung every Sunday."
Right. Yeah.
So I was like, "Okay," and he sent me to AFTRA. At the time, this was before AFTRA and SAG were really, one and the same. I went to AFTRA and they said, how many times did you sing this song? I was like, I sung it all the way through. I did all backgrounds, all this and all that. It was like 32 sides, I think it was.
Wow.
I got like 30 grand just for my vocals. And I was called about it. I was called out about it because that was a part of Nicole's marketing budget. And they were like, Keli, you got to go.
Wow.
So at that point, yeah. So at that point, because I was on the road with Missy singing on tour too. And they were just like, I was kind of causing havoc with that because it's like now we don't have all the money that we need to market her properly. I was like,
Dang.
I just wanted credit.
But the thing is, you should be factoring the budget for the songwriter in the first place.
Yeah. Well, for that song specifically, I was more so a vocalist. It was meant to be an artist song.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But I did, yeah.
It still remains that
It's a little bit of a
crediting,
disappointment.
especially for songwriters, is still a very iffy.
Yeah. Well,
shady
credit
business.
and payment and
Yeah, definitely payment.
Yeah.
I think about it. I didn't know the Robin S record was Andrea Martin until recent years.
Yeah.
Thinking about how Martha Wash's vocals are on all these songs for Black Box and CNC Music Factory. I mean, it's unfortunate we can keep going down the list of people that
many
who vocals have been used and for the entire songs or written songs that just weren't credited. It's unfortunate though. But and you and Nicole, y'all have never had any issues, right? Throughout
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Not that I know of.
Yeah.
I don't have any. I don't have any issues.
Yeah.
No. And I think she's an incredible singer. I wish they had given her the song. If it's her as the artist, then let her be the artist.
Yeah.
Right.
Because what she's doing now, especially, I'm in
incredible.
love.
Yeah, it's dope.
Yes.
Like it's on all of my playlists. I'm like, this is Nicole.
Yeah.
This is her, Lady Ray. But I just wish they had done that because otherwise, them building someone up put someone else down. And I was the one that was on the downswing of that. So it's disappointing, but it's also what it is.
You sing a lot now?
I sing more now than I have in a long time. Wow. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
So I recognize now more than ever that when you're singing, especially like when you're by yourself or when you're home, it definitely is a sign of your happiness level.
Oh, that's a good thought. Okay.
Because if I'm not singing around the house, I'm like, what's going on with you, nigga? What's happening?
That
Like,
makes perfect sense.
yeah.
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I feel the same way. Right, you know what I mean? Like Kelly's had the pleasure of hearing my vocals for many years.
Smooth styling.
The smooth styling.
It's
So,
so bad.
She said it's so bad.
Because one song that he used to sing all the time, I think you better leave.
Oh yeah,
Ideal. Yes.
I used to love that song.
That one
Oh, you sing Ideal, Phil?
and Shanice.
Oh man, yesterday.
Yes.
Man, I killed our bread.
We had Shanice here on the podcast, and he didn't sing it with her.
And that's why I love this show.
And
but
Carl
I don't.
Thomas. And Carl Thomas. I wish those are my three like to go to. I got an A, B, and a C.
Carl Thomas has yet to be on the show. Like, and for a full sit down, but when he does, and now that we know this, we're gonna set up a duet.
Yes, I'm not even
because
looking over
he let that slide with Shanice. We would have had.
It's the bridge only though.
It's the bridge.
It's the bridge.
On which song?
On any of them.
On yesterday specifically.
This time.
So take it to the bridge.
Yes.
Take the bridge Phil edition. Cool. Say less.
So what's the first time you all can you recall that first time you two met?
Oh God, I'm embarrassed, y'all. I'm gonna look this way because this is me on my foolery. I was in my teens.
Do tell.
And so, as y'all know, I started in the business really young, and I worked a lot with the Arista and the parent company and Bad Boy in the Face. So, Keli Price, who people know from Friend of Mine and obviously More Money, More Problems at the time, she did the vocals, and so I thought somehow we got connected. I thought you were that Keli Price, right?
Okay, I'm gonna give you a little bit of credit here. I'm gonna give you some grace here. Everybody thought that, and I milked it. I milked it.
So you were cool with it.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. My high school invited me back for like a big performance for homecoming or something. And they were just like, oh my God, we love your song. And I was like, thank you so much. I didn't have a record out. They were just, it was Keli Price. That's the only Keli Price they knew. And I think in More Money, More Problems, you didn't see her.
You only saw her face
Right.
on the screen.
And nobody really,
Yeah.
you know.
If they were like, Keli Price lives in Virginia. And I was
Yeah.
like, really? Oh, okay. Yeah.
So Phil, go ahead. And Marquise.
Oh, yeah. One of my friends who worked at the label as well at the time, we found who connected us. I don't remember,
know.
but reached out and we thought we were talking to Keli Price from More Money, More Problems. So I think we went to Bennigan's or somewhere.
Bennigan's for sure. I
Yeah.
always remember that. I always remember Bennigan's.
I remember Bennigan's.
Yeah, and
We
then-
sat down at
good food there.
Bennigan's, and the first thing I said was, let me just tell y'all real quick, I'm not that Keli Price.
Yeah.
And then these two, him and Marquise, were like, okay, we like you though. Like we were just cool. Like
cool, though.
immediately. It was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
all right. And then we just started, we
Yeah.
just started a friendship. And then come to find out we lived very close by
Yeah.
each other. Yeah.
And then I would come by the studio sometimes when Keli would be in with Missy at Master Sound
Okay,
and,
gotcha.
and hang out and cause
That's
ruckus. And I feel like I was the first person to put you on to Kimberell. I think that was me.
Is that true?
It is absolutely
I
not.
think it was me.
It's absolutely
And how would it be you?
That'd be me. I remember coming to the studio and giving you a copy that Tony Williams, shout out to Tony Williams if you watch or listen to the show, but he was worked at a local record store. And I remember getting Try Me Again. And then I had the live album years later, but I remember like that time giving copy to you. I do. I remember this. Like this is real life.
Phil, I was a church girl. All we knew was Kimberell.
Well, can I
Because
just,
nobody could sing the songs. We could just listen.
Yeah.
Right.
Right? Like that's
right.
Well, my version of the story, you said my version of the truth. My version from my
Is that he put you on
I put you on the
to Miss
Kimberell.
Burrell?
and I will agree with that.
All right. So,
I don't have a
let
real
me-
story.
Let me ask you this question
Sure.
because you are a church girl, right?
Sure.
And a singer. Name some of your biggest influences from the church. Which singers were the ones that you love the most?
I have to be honest, I don't have any.
Really?
Yeah.
None?
Nucky, let's keep it real here. Let's keep it real.
I think that church singers are full of thrills and skills and riffs and things. But since from being a child, my mother is a musician. She's a singer. Tone is a thing.
Tone is a thing.
Yeah.
And you can do all the other things, but if you don't have a good tone, which a lot of church singers, but also a lot of gospel singers at the time, it was like yelling.
Yeah.
Like I got, oh God, okay. Say it, Keli. I don't listen to Jennifer Hudson for the same reason.
It's understandable.
I just feel like Phil, you all right? You want to play a song?
You will not be chanting down the hallway anytime soon.
No, I will not. There are some songs though. The song that she did with Neo,
Spotlight.
it was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
It was perfect because it was just not even tamed. It was like it grew. You got to feel a build.
Yeah.
And you got to feel something from inception to the bigger parts of the song. And my thing is that's how a song should be. I should not be yelled at the beginning of a song.
Right.
So you like stylists. You like people with tone. It's not just about the
Yeah, it can't be.
skill and the trills. And all
It
that
just
stuff.
can't be. It just
Okay.
can't be because at the end of it, when we talk about selling music, I mean, we can go into that conversation too. Kimberell does not sell. Brandy does not sell.
Oh, wow, you sit next to her biggest fan right
I'm
here.
her biggest fan. What
Well,
you
I
mean?
mean, it's
I would fight you. What-
the
Vocal Bible,
reality of
right?
it.
yes,
Wow.
the vocal Bible.
Hmm,
Yeah.
Okay. If you
But
say
the
so.
truth is, not everyone can do what they do. Jasmine Sullivan, the same thing. Jasmine has good songs, though. Jasmine gave us good records, especially on this
that's
last.
that's my vocal Bible.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. And I think Brandy is hers, right? Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, but if you can't hold a note or if other people can't sing your song, then it may just be your record for you and not for everyone else. And that's what kind of, in my opinion, especially in R&B and gospel. Well, gospel, they want the thrills. In R&B, you need to sell records. You get what I'm saying? So you can feel all the things because when someone does a run, everybody's like, "Ooh!" You feel it. I don't. I don't. I like it. I like it a lot. I love it. I think it's amazing. But I'm just like, man, it's a missed opportunity to sell a record. It's a missing opportunity. It's a missed opportunity to make money off the music that you're recording. You're spending so much money in studios and doing this big, beautiful thing, and then it doesn't count. And I'm not gonna say it doesn't count, but to the bigger picture, to the industry, to executives who, you want to sell yourself to. If all you can sell is a live show, then I don't know if it's worth recording an album at all. Like just go and sing out, which I think is what Kim Burrell does mostly now.
Wow.
That's cool. God bless her life.
Well, let's move the mics out the way. We're actually going to do a little dance. You ready?
Taste the door, bed or floor. I just want more. I can't get enough of you. What I got in store, it's all of yours.
Can't Get Enough by the legendary Tamia.
Yeah, man.
Amazing Tamia. Actually co-written by our special guest this week, Keli Nicole Price.
Exactly.
Can't get enough.
We love Tamia around here.
Yes.
We do too.
We love Tamia. And what I love most about this is it's such a testament to a song that lives on forever.
Yeah. And it was not expected at all.
Yeah.
Like it came and this wasn't a thing. It was a good song, I thought.
Yeah.
But then it wasn't a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then it became a thing.
Became a thing.
And then it became a dance.
Mm-hmm.
And then
social
it became
media.
Can you do the dance?
absolutely not.
Well, this is your time to learn. This is a
No. I will trip and flip over the couch or something. I'm telling you, it's the foot in front and back, and then you got to turn, and I don't. Mm-mm.
But how cool?
But I will sing it.
How cool to watch, and I hope that you've watched it happen many, many more times. But how cool to watch a song refind itself in pop culture in such a cool way, because you just don't know where songs are gonna land when you write them. They always have a life of their own.
Yeah.
I mean, this one is like, it's a culture thing.
It's a culture.
It's a culture. Yeah.
Let me tell you, we've been to some.
It's the cookout
We've
song.
been to every
Absolutely.
kind of event, Juneteenth events,
Yeah.
the Black Rodeo,
It's happening.
things at the arena
Yeah.
for all kinds of artists. And when that comes on,
Yeah, it's the part of social media that I actually enjoy, because you have songs like, I remember being in college when their record dropped and just trying to put everybody, like Tamia just put a new album out and it's dope. And years later, you see the auntie and the uncle at the.
That was when it started.
Yes,
right? Yeah.
and everybody. It just took off. And just to see that song finally get its just due.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Well, I will tell you two truths. One is about the writing of the song, because the truth about that hasn't been spoken. And then about when I first heard the song on Berklee's campus, which was really special.
Okay.
So credited, can you look up the credits? And I'll still get paid, let's be very clear.
Mm-hmm.
But the credits of the song say, I think Ronnie Jerkins, LaShawn Daniels, Fred Jerkins. Only one of them were there. One of them was the vocal producer. One of them was the actual producer of the song. What is it?
Yeah, I'm not looking on Spotify. I'm looking on Wikipedia. But it has LaShawn, Fred, Keli Nicole, and Rodney Jerkins.
Okay. My name is up there now?
Yeah.
God bless life. Well, Rodney posted it one time, and I was like, he said, this was the song that me, LaShawn, and Fred did. And I was like, in the comments, and me.
Ooh.
And then he's like, fixed it. But for so long, even though my names are on the credits, there are two other people that actually wrote the song, and that is Antea Burchett, who was A+.
Love them.
Yeah.
Antea and Anisha.
Sang.
Yes.
Sing.
So Anisha is actually, her and I both did the background. LaShawn vocal produced us. And Antea was one of the writers, obviously, also. Antea Burchett is the vocal producer for Cynthia Erivo for Wicked.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So, but they didn't get credit on this album and on this record. And I don't know why. This was, again, one of those times. We were there when she recorded it and everything. It was she recorded this song in one take.
No, to me, it's
cold.
Yeah. I mean, and she did it like 5 times straight down. She's like, let me just sing. She learned it.
Listen.
She sung it down. And she's like, all right, let me get one more take. Sung it down. I mean, ad-libs and everything.
Yeah. She's the real deal.
I was amazed by that. But those two young ladies never got credit for this song. And I just want to shout them out because it's important. And we have stories behind it. That's why it's important, because they were super Christian at the time when we wrote this song. And though I was raised in the church, I already had 2 kids, okay? I was dipping and doing already. I knew something.
Not dipping and doing. I was dipping and doing.
I was dipping and doing. I knew some things, right? So I'm like, she's married. We can say whatever we want to say. And they were like, no, I don't think we should say this. And I'm like, come on, make me want a cigarette, and I ain't no smoking chick. Like, come on. But she doesn't smoke. What if she's a Christian? I'm like, she's a married woman.
She'll understand.
She can do whatever she want to do with her man.
Right.
So yeah, we had conversations about that, but I just wanted to give them some real credit for their work on it. And I think Anisha just released like a cover of the song with her backgrounds on it.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. I mean, it's Anisha.
Yeah, she can sing.
She can sing.
She has a song called "I'm Sick of Being Broke" that I still listen to
I
this
do
day.
too. I gotta be
Being broke.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
One day I will see just how good it could be. Oh yeah.
That part.
That part.
Yeah.
I don't know the words though, but the melody was great. But she released it a while ago. Yeah. Anisha was also one of Ronnie's artists at the time when we all wrote that song. That was during the same 30-day camp when we wrote Deja Vu.
Okay, so I'm glad we're here because now let's just segue into a nice little game of Keep or Kill.
Oh God.
Because there was mention of Brandy and the vocal Bible-ness of it all, and Jasmine. So you know the rules of Keep or Kill. You've listened to We Sound Crazy. Brandy or Jasmine?
Jasmine, keep.
Even though
That's
though Brandy's your vocal Bible.
Well, it's because she has good songs too. And Brandy hasn't been able to recreate Full Moon since. And I don't know if she ever will. Sorry.
No, I don't have to apologize.
And I'm like in love with, like, I think Brandy is one of those game changers too. Like everyone right now is a child of Brandy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Sonically.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So she did what she came to do. She did it.
Yeah.
She did it. And then she raised Jasmine.
We love, and one thing, and we always talk about Whitney and that being one of Brandy's idols. There's someone else who I know that inspired Brandy that I don't think we give enough credit to, that I feel like Brandy was greatly inspired by Coco of SWV.
Yeah.
She spoke about this.
Yep.
We don't speak enough about her influence on music and culture because
Yes.
Coco came out, her
that's
voice,
good.
her tone.
You know how we feel about
That's
that.
what, we love a Coco.
Yeah.
So different.
That was, I mean,
Yeah.
Brandy will tell you in that first album, Coco was a big inspiration.
Coco is singular.
Yeah.
It's just a one-of-a-kind voice.
Yeah.
All right, continue to Keep or Kill, please.
Oh, Jesus. I'm about to get killed. What do you mean?
Tony Braxton or Anita Baker?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Anita Baker, keep.
Timbaland or Pharrell,
Oh,
VA edition.
VA edition.
Oh, this sucks. By the way, my very first solo record was on Timbaland's bio, Tim's bio. That was the one
Live
record
from
that
the
my
Basement?
name was.
Yes.
Yeah. My name was on it. It was spelled like the Keli Price though, but
Oh, my
whatever.
goodness.
Ooh. Pharrell, keep.
Uh,
That's good.
Missy edition. Super Duper Fly or the Real World.
Super Duper Fly. Yeah.
Whitney Houston or Mariah Carey?
Mm-hmm.
Singer, songwriter.
I think Mariah. She just has longevity.
So keeping Mariah.
Keeping Mariah. Yeah. Well, the world has kept Mariah. Hello,
Mary J. Blige or Faith Evans?
Faith Evans.
Or keeping Faith.
I mean, I'm like a stan. Okay. I'm like a stan. I used to think I was Faith Evans. I was fake Evans back then. My hair was
Fake
blonde.
Evans.
No, for real. Phil can tell you. My hair was blonde. If I didn't have hair, I'd put some blonde weave in it. Like I thought I was Faith. And I remember Missy actually called Faith because I would try to sing like Faith.
She called on the phone.
She
one time.
called her on the
Yeah.
phone so that I could sing her song. And I sounded like her. And I was like, I'm probably not going to I probably shouldn't have done that. But I mean, to this day, like, Faith is still like
Faith is
everything.
Yeah.
Just
Everything.
Alicia Keys or John Legend?
Bye-bye. I can't do
Did you just say beautiful gowns, basically?
Gowns.
Gowns.
Gowns. Beautiful.
Wait a minute. I'm stunned. What, you're stunned?
She's like, bye-bye. I was like,
I'm stunned. Oh, God. That whole interaction I'm stunned by.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, listen, I'm trying my best to be
I wasn't ready.
honest.
okay.
Okay.
Songwriter, pianist,
I think
producer.
I think Alicia Keys is one of the best songwriters.
Agreed.
I think that John Legend is one of the best vocalists. They both play. They both write. They both sing.
Mm-hmm.
Keep John. Yeah.
Keep John.
Never say never. A full moon.
Full Moon.
Joe or Brian McKnight?
Joe.
Soul Train or 106 in Park.
106 in Park.
Oh.
We grew up with it. Yeah.
MTV or BET?
Why? Why are you doing this to me?
Keep or kill?
For the people. BET. I'm lying. MTV.
I'm lying. I'm with you.
It's the things you do for the culture. They ain't always right.
They ain't
You know
always
what I'm
right.
saying?
Right.
I tried. I really tried, but
tried to
it
hold
was
it
in my
down.
throat.
Yeah, no.
It was like, girl, stop. MTV just had more innovation.
Yeah.
I wish they had kept that going. I think BET has not quite learned how to push the narrative properly, even to this day. I think they still haven't done what they need to do.
And the picture was a lot clearer on MTV too.
Stop
It was a lot
playing.
clearer.
The tip was
clear.
just it was a tad bit clearer.
It's a little grainy.
The video.
What cameras are y'all using?
Because if you would flip back and
Can
forth
y'all
between
borrow?
both channels and the same video would be on, I'm like, why is it so much clearer on MTV?
We're never getting invited to the BET Awards.
Sorry.
Hey, Connie,
It's the truth.
we never get invited to the BET. Well, I love BET. BET loves
I love
me.
BET too.
No, I love BET.
Video
Really
Soul
love
raised me.
BET.
Yeah.
But yeah, the picture was a lot
It's
clearer on
not
MTV.
it's not the people at BET. It's the higher ups. They just they can never figure it out, and it almost feels disrespectful. Like we shouldn't have MTV. Like we shouldn't have that for ourselves.
Right.
It's almost like let's do just a little bit less.
Yeah.
And say we're doing the same thing, and it's like it's not the same. It's not the same. They keep trying, and I hope we stay around for a long time.
They're talking about bringing back another version of 106 in Park now.
Who's watching that?
I don't know.
What videos are we watching?
Aren't they trying to do it in like podcast form? Like
Oh, okay.
yeah, like changing the format of it.
Do
but-
music videos not matter in your opinion anymore?
They matter more than anything, especially now. I mean, social media, like we need a visual at all times. Yeah.
But a music video, like
Probably not a
Thriller.
music. No.
Okay.
I mean, where's the money?
Where's the money, Lord?
Where's the money? Who's doing Thriller now?
I mean,
Yeah.
the major labels are still doing pretty impressive videos.
For who?
I don't know.
Cardi B.
I love Beyonce. She's like,
For Cardi B.
For Cardi B.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it
And we
kill-
love her.
Keep it kill, Keli Nicole Price special edition. Make some noise.
yeah,
She kept it real.
kept it real.
She kept it real.
We sound crazy.
The Esther Roll.
Award.
The Lord is
Keli
my shepherd.
Nicole Price.
Yes.
We're happy to have you here for this very important segment, the Esther Roll Black Excellence Award nomination ceremony, if you will.
All right.
I know you know the rules. I know you know what this is about. But for those watching and listening at home, this is where we nominate someone who doesn't always get the flowers they deserve for being Black and excellent. And so I open the floor now to everyone to nominate someone of standard
Uh-huh.
for the Irby Award.
As we've talked about many times on this show, I had the pleasure of executive producing Luther Vandross' Never Too Much. During that process, I didn't realize the amount of songs Marcus Miller did with Luther.
Right.
Yeah,
So
man.
he was the
Yeah,
key
bro.
collaborator. and co-creator of a lot of my favorite Luther Vandross songs. So my nomination this week is Marcus Miller.
I like that.
I like that too. I'm gonna go with. We talked about him. We talk about him a lot, but we talked about him in recent episodes. I'm gonna go with George Benson.
George.
Cause there's music in the air and lots of love in everywhere. So give me the night. Yeah. One of my favorite singers. So
Give me.
We talked about in the Brian Cox episode, we talked about a company Noontime. And I remember being a young and up and coming producer, and how when people would play the Noontime tracks, they was just better than everybody else tracks that was doing tracks.
Yeah.
Shout out Teddy Bishop, shout out Jazzy Faye, shout out Brian Cox. I'm gonna nominate Noontime.
Hey, so Claude, who you got this week?
I, for once, am in agreement with Timon.
For once,
For one.
boy.
we're
For
never
once
in
in my
agreement.
like, now I'm gonna second George Benson. I think he's underrated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Underrated as an instrumentalist and a singer.
Absolutely.
yeah.
And I'll say, I mean, I respected Luther so much, but after seeing the documentary, I was kind of amazed by what was happening behind the scenes and who he actually worked with. Because you see these people so much, and then you're like, oh my God, you did this, you did that, my favorite song. So I'm in agreement with you. I'm going to second Marcus Miller.
Well, how about that? So just to recap, we got Marcus Miller, George Benson, and Noontime. So we know how this works. We can vote as many times as you want this first go round.
Okay.
If we hit a tie, we'll do the tiebreaker.
Yes.
Well, let's go first. Marcus Miller. Round, okay. 5 hands in the air. George Benson.
He did like a post of mine one time.
5 more hands in the air. Okay. Noontime. Oh, wow. We love you, Noontime. It was 1 hand in the air.
It's like,
It was slow.
All right, so it's between Marcus Miller and George Benson. You can only vote once this round.
Okay.
oh, this is stressful. Hold on. Marcus Miller. Okay, now, yeah. Now I'm ready.
I'm not ready.
I'm ready.
I'm not ready.
George Benson. 2 hands in the air. It looks like Marcus Miller is our winner this week.
That's racism. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it.
Why do you say that?
I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm just gonna put it out there. As Phil would say, I'm not gonna hold you. But that's racism. George didn't do nothing but provide y'all. Give me the night
On Broadway.
Give me the
on
night.
Broadway. Nah, I'm just playing. Marcus
greatest
Miller
love of all.
He totally deserves though.
Well,
Marcus
we
Miller
love
deserves.
George Benson, but this week's winner
Yeah,
of
man.
the Irby is Marcus Miller. Congratulations.
Absolutely.
Make some noise.
So deserving.
So before we go, right, I have one question.
Yeah.
Have you and the other Keli Price ever just had a sit down or did some music together?
I met Keli Price when I was working on Total's album. What's the album that?
Keema, Keisha, and Pam.
Yes.
Yes.
We were in Chungking Studios.
I love Chungking Studios.
I was on this end, Kelly was on the other end, and my food was going to her, my calls were going to her. And I remember being in the booth, and Keisha walks in to talk to Missy in the control room, and she says, "Oh, Missy, Keli Price is here." And I was like, hey guys, I'm in here. I'm right here. And I was like, is my mic on? Can you guys hear me? Like, I thought they were talking about me.
And there's the other Keli
And it was
Price.
the other Keli Price. So when I found out that she was there, I was like, oh my God, I should go meet her. And I did. I went to meet her. We have the same tattoo, our name tattooed in the same place.
That is so crazy.
And we sat and we talked, and I actually sung Go to Her. With, like, just sung it. She sung a song, I sung a song. We talked for quite a while. And every time I see her, well, actually, right after that, on her first album, she shouted me out. If you ever look in the liner notes, which don't exist anymore, she said, shout out to my namesake in Virginia, Keli Nicole Price, and spelled my name all the way out. And said, like, look out for her.
That's awesome.
And that was after one time meeting her.
That's
but since
awesome.
then, anytime I see her or anything, we're always extremely cordial. I mean, we have the same name.
So how do you all decipher between the two? Like, if you all are in the same vicinity, like
I use my middle name.
Nicole.
Yeah.
Do you sometimes get some checks and just not say that?
No, but ask her the same.
Like, wait, what?
So Can't Get Enough is actually in a bit of legal
Oh no.
right now because Kelly is claiming it. That baby was not there, honey.
I
No.
was not ready for this twist.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. So what
Yeah.
you're saying is that Kelly, not Nicole Price, hashtag not Nicole, is claiming
Allegedly.
claiming
Do I have to say allegedly? Because I'm getting the paperwork.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Allegedly.
according to Kelly
It was just say
Nicole,
allegedly.
that she's claiming the money for Can't Get Enough.
She's claiming that she wrote the song, yeah. Or somebody in her party is claiming that, but it's an issue right now. That's happening right now. Yeah.
That is crazy.
I'm just trying to learn the dance, y'all.
I know, right?
I'm just trying
and
to
all
learn
it is.
the dance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, damn.
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, by the way, the second part of what I wanted to tell you guys when I first heard the song on Berklee's campus, it was my first semester, which was fall 23. So this is the start of my second year there. The Africana Studies program, they were having first of all, Black people be jamming on Berklee campus.
They sure do.
Don't play with it.
Always.
So shout out to Emmett Price, Dean Emmett Price. We call each other cousin. We don't know, we are not related, but we got the same last name, so we family. They had a whole big like block party, and the DJ played that, and I was like, I wrote that, and nobody on campus knew I wrote it. And I walked up to the DJ, and I was like, I wrote that song. And he was like, oh my gosh, shout out to Professor. And then all of these kids were doing the dance, and it was just it kind of made me believe that I was there for a reason. Like, even though I knew, it was like, oh, this is the evidence of it. This is why I'm here. They need to see who's doing this so that they know that they can do it. And it was like, I was there.
I love that.
I was right there. So that was the first time I heard it on campus.
Wow.
It was
awesome.
crazy.
Moments like
It was
that never
crazy.
get old.
No. And they play it every time now, obviously. I mean,
course.
they were going to
Tradition.
do that anyway, but now they make sure to put it in the lineup of everything. And it's the greatest thing. It really is.
That's awesome, man. It seems like the best is yet to come because
I think so.
it seems like you're charged and ready to do a lot more amazing music.
I am. I think it's just necessary. Like, we need to be seen, we need to be heard, and it's an honor to be a part of the future generation. Like, I had mentors. I had Missy, I had Timbaland, I had all these Coco. I had all of these people that just kind of fed into me and just kept me feeling like I was valuable, and then this makes me see my value even more, but now I get to put that back into other people. And, having that and being able to give it back, that's the way the world's supposed to go.
Yeah.
That's the way.
Yeah.
So I'm just glad to be a part of it, to be a vessel in that way. Yeah. Yeah.
It's good to have you on here, Keli Nicole
really
Price.
is.
Yeah,
Good to
man.
see you.
Can I call you
Call me who?
Darnell?
My middle name? Yeah, some people do.
What is it?
Darnell.
Darnell.
That's what a lot of my family calls me. So
Really? No Phil, just Darnell.
Just Darnell, yeah.
I learned something. I was today years old.
So randomly, I'll call him Darnell. He calls me Price Tag, or I will call him Philco, because my grandmother gave him that name and she passed away. But that was his name from her, was Philco. So we always like go back and forth with that.
I love his friendship.
remember the TV
Yeah.
line? Phil
Yes.
Collins? Yeah, so.
Well, he's the godfather, to my babies, and they're grown, by the way.
Yeah.
They're grown.
He's the godfather of the music business too.
Okay. Every time, like, I'm incredibly proud of you. I'm glad I get to say this in person, not just
Yes.
through a text.
Wow.
I'm so proud of you. I'm
Thank
so
you.
proud of you. It's like, it's an honor to be your friend. It really is.
Wow.
I
Thank
try
you.
not to bother you sometimes because I'm like, oh, he's busy, but like, because I want you to keep going. Like, I think it's amazing just knowing, you were the guy that jumped on my bed, and then you became the guy that like was dang near a second father, to the kids, and would remember Chris ride him around when he was crying.
Oh,
He
yeah,
would
yeah.
ride him around in the car, and because I needed a break sometimes.
That was my method. Just drive the kids around.
Yeah,
Y'all
just
go to
drive.
sleep.
Yeah, and then brought him back home, knocked out. I'm like, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
We had really bad dinners together, mac and cheese. You remember the mac and cheese?
One of Kelly's friends put flour in macaroni and
The
cheese.
most flour, all the flour.
My stomach was.
It tastes like paste. It was so bad.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
so
I
bad. So
know.
we bring that up every holiday. But yeah, it's such an honor to just have gotten to know you, to be the other Keli Price at one point in your mind, but to have become this Keli Price in your life. And it's just I love you.
I love you, and I'm sorry my mom taught your son how to cuss. That's another story for another.
And there's that.
Make sure you follow us on all platforms at We Sound Crazy and WeSoundCrazy.com.
And shout out to our partners at Visit Music City. Thank you so much for your support.
Kelly,
she really taught her son how to cuss.
She really did.
My mom, see, I know she's watching or listening. Mom, you used to cuss a lot, and
it rubbed off.
It rubbed off on a 2-year-old.
She said, he said shit today. I was like, well, where he get that from? I don't know. It's probably Phil. I'm like, he was with you.
And it never went away.
No. And I try my best not to curse around my kids when they were younger. Yeah. Now I curse like a sailor. I curse in class. I'm not right. But it's because I saved it up. You know?
It's pent up.
Yes. Now I just gotta like, if I can get it out, I'm gonna get it out. But yeah, his mother was yeah. Okay.
Thank you to our special guest, Keli Nicole Price. Until next week, we sound crazy. We are out of here.
Peace. My heart said, go to her. It hurt.
We sound crazy.